YouTube, once again, guys, thank you for your support. This is going to be the best in Madden tips YouTube for the first full week of December. I've got 4 different YouTube channels I want to feature on this best tips in YouTube because there's several different defensive tips I'm going to show you guys, and I'm also going to be showing you some pretty good offensive tips too. So got 4 different channels I'm going to show you guys. If you like to get these little breakdowns like this, please go ahead and hit the like button and comment that you do like these type of videos. Also, if you have an up-and-coming YouTube channel or an established YouTube channel that wants to be featured in one of these weekly videos, let me know. If it's a good tip, I'm going to definitely share it with the community because it's nice to be able to go to one source to get some of the best tips possible. So guys, if you're new to my channel and you like these type of videos and you want to go ahead and get these on a weekly basis, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also that notification icon. So let's go ahead and jump into some of these videos, and I'm going to switch over to a different mic. All right, so the first Madden channel that we're going to feature is the Madden Prodigy. Now, I know the Madden Prodigy has been around for quite a long time. These guys sell ebooks and basically defensive packages and stuff like that, but they always put out some of the better tips online as free tips. I would recommend subscribing to their channel because you're probably going to get a tip. Do they pump out 12 or 6 tips a week? No, they pump out one really good tip probably once a month or once every couple of weeks. So I would definitely recommend going to Madden Prodigy. The link will be down in the description. You can go ahead and click on them and basically go ahead and subscribe because you're going to get some really good tips, and it's outside of what is the meta. It's going to be different tips that they have labbed a lot. I've seen some of the tips, I've labbed them, and I can confirm that they're very good. So this is a very established channel, but it's a channel, if you're not familiar with it, you definitely want to get familiar with it because Madden Prodigy puts up some good stuff. And I can tell you they've been around for such a long time. I haven't seen people talk crap about them. I'm assuming their ebooks and all of their stuff that they provide is quality too. So make sure you take a look at them.
What's going on, guys? It's Bill with MaddenProdigy.com here to bring you guys another free Madden defensive tip. And in this week's tip, we're going to be looking at the dime 2-3-6 wheel and show you one of the easiest blitzes in the game to set up. This is one of those blitzes where, as long as they're not blocking a running back, it's going to come in probably about 95% of the time, and we're only going to be sending 4. However, if they are blocking a running back, as long as the blitzer is on the opposite side of the running back, it's still going to come in with a blocked running back. So you're only sending 4. You can actually only send 3 with this if they're not blocking a running back and have it come in. So anyways, just something onto this tip, one of the easiest to set up in the game. It's out of the dime 2-3-6 wheel, and it's cover 3 hard flat. So all we're going to do is flip the play at the play call screen. Okay, so to make this work, all we're going to do is pinch the defensive line, use contains, and then our user, we're going to blitz him, and we're just going to come right about here and let him run into the guard, and then we're going to hop back into coverage. As you can see, it comes in untouched off the edge. So once again, pinch the defensive line, use contains, blitz your user, come down here, let him run in to the guard and hop back into coverage. And then of course you can make adjustments. You can use cloud flats, curl flats, however you want to adjust your defense. But very easy to do, very consistent blitz. And this is actually in the Baltimore Ravens defensive playbook.
All right, so the next channel we're going to feature is JTibbs. He just clipped 10,000 subscribers, and he's been around for about 4 years now. And he cranks out a lot of tips videos for Madden. It looks like he's doing about 4 to 5 tips a week, so you can definitely get a lot of content. He does provide different tips defensive tips, offensive tips, and he does it in the lab for you so you can see how they're broken down. This is actually a tip that is going to be an old crossfire blitz, and anytime that you can have a defensive blitz where you have one of your safeties playing a 3-rec hook, that's always effective to go ahead and get some cheap interceptions over the middle. So he's a student of the game. You can see that actually he studies some other of the top Madden players. So anytime that you can have someone go ahead and provide you techniques or basically look at the Madden challenge people, the professionals, and share those strategies with you, it's always going to help you with your gameplay. So go ahead and take a look at this tip.
Alright, so we are on defense. We are using the Green Bay Packers on defense, and the defensive playbook we are using is the New England Patriots. Now we're going to go to our 3-3-5 odd. This used to be a very popular defense a couple Maddens ago, and you had the LB cross 3. Now I'm here to show you guys that the defense is still good. Now we're going to go to the LB cross 3 show 2. We're going to flip it, and we're going to have one of our fastest players, one of our fastest safety slash free safety or strong safety. We're going to have him here. So we're going to have Raven Green here as my controller disconnects, and we're going to go ahead and stick him right there as you guys just saw. So go ahead, flip it, go ahead, boom, there we go. So we're going to have Mr. Raven Green right there. Our user's going to be right here. We're going to have Adrian Amos, and then we're going to go ahead, I'm going to go ahead and just put just a bunch of outside rushers right there. So we'll go ahead and just put Christian Kirksey there and just a bunch of coverage guys. So there we go. So basically, nothing much to it, and also your slot corner you want to make sure is one of your faster corners. So we got Perry Nickerson, I believe he has 86 or 96 speed. Now we're going to run it flipped, obviously, guys. So remember, we're running this flipped. Want to make sure that we have that yellow, that hook curl, or that 3-rec on the right side. So we're going to press it. We're going to go ahead and go against a formation that's popular in the game, shotgun bunch. Boom, Z spot and go. Now, as you see, a very simple setup. It automatically sets in the middle. What you're going to do is you're going to show blitz, and then you're going to blitz the outside guy, so your outside corner, and then you're going to crash up on the line. Now, when I crash up on the line, I always like to put that right outside linebacker in a bluff blitz, or I like to put him in a hard flat, something like that, to where obviously our opponent needs to go to the outside. Now, again, you can press if you want, but you're already showing blitz, so it really defeats the purpose. And as you guys see right there, go ahead and kind of disguise the coverage. So here we go. As we see, we're going to go ahead and send this regularly. This should either come off the edge or loop through the gap, as you guys are going to see right there. Go ahead and back up. He actually ends up tripping over, but as you guys see, we have really good coverage behind it, and we're able to go ahead and really turn this into a big gain. I actually just cribbed that. Nice little block, nice little stop and go, but very, very simple. So again, you're going to crash, or excuse me, you're going to show blitz. You're going to blitz that outside corner. You're then going to, you can crash your line right. You can shift him up, whatever you want to do. And then I like to bluff blitz him sometimes. The bluff blitz is pretty good. I like to shade down on that bluff blitz so he ends up playing it. And as you guys are going to see, we are going to take the attention away, and he ends up screaming through. And the coverage on the defense is perfect, as you see. So I'm going to go into instant replay and just show you how this blitz works and why it works so well. So as you guys see, once we bluff blitz, he ends up really just messing with the line. Ends up dropping back into coverage. Once we take the attention away from that guard, our guy is free coming in right there. Very, very simple, very easy. So as you see, we have him coming in free, and it just dilutes the attention away. Obviously, if our opponent's smart, he's going to try and throw to that flat quick, but we do have that outside quarter already playing there. So obviously, if you can click on really quickly and get to that outside position, you have a great chance of taking it away. The only really bomb our opponent really has, I wouldn't say bomb, but quick hitter is obviously the middle or that quick seam right there, but the corner's breaking a little bit too fast, and as you see, the corner's going to match him on the run. But as you see, the only thing they really have that's kind of open is the middle, and obviously our user's going to go there. So overall, this blitz is very, very fast.
Now, this next YouTube channel I want to feature is Form, AK2 Meets Madden. Form has been, his channel's been around for a couple years now, but he is a competitive money playing tournament style Madden player. And one of the things I like about Form, especially his channel, is that he actually runs the schemes and runs full games and actually commentates during a full game with a camera. And you learn a lot more watching people play full games than you do than those standard tips videos. So that's one of the things I really stress about being a student of Madden and trying to be better at Madden, is that you want to watch full gameplays, watch people play, because then you can understand their decision making a little bit better. Form is basically, the video I'm going to highlight to you is a whole breakdown of a particular scheme he shows, and I think the video is about 30 minutes long or so, and he breaks it down in depth. But I would definitely recommend taking a look at Form's channel. Also, if you want to get into the competitive scene and the money scheme, or the gambling scheme, in the sense that you want to go ahead and participate in tournaments, get a chance to win some money, I would definitely take a look at Form's channel. So go ahead and jump into this. This is going to be an extensive breakdown of one of his money plays.
So there we go. All right, so we're going to go PA bubble over. We're going to random play it. Now, what I do, no matter if I'm running, passing, or whatever, I motion over Mike. The reason I motion him over, because it is essential that my formation always look like this, so they can't guess what I'm going to be doing. I could keep them out wild and run the formation, because y'all have seen me do that, but if y'all been watching my videos, y'all know how effective this formation is. With the Bucks and Hot Route Master, all I do is put Mike on a crosser. And this is what it looked like sometimes. And then I'll throw Jones on the wheel route. Besides the crosser, all these are stock routes. When I don't have the crosser, I'll usually just slant them. But I want that opposite action going. So my first read always is the RPO. If I got the RPO, I'm hitting the RPO every time. If not, then I'll look for Gronk on his crosser. I'll check down to the running back wheel out the backfield, and then Mike Evans on his crosser, because it takes time to develop. My very last read when it's covered 2 is O.J. Howard. So look, boom, you see? Pass lead up, Gronk right there in the seams. Y'all see me run this, so y'all know how money it is. We getting different looks, so we don't really know what he's gonna be running each time. Boom, hit that, take my free yards. The thing with this offense, if you're running it without the Bucks, which you guys have seen me do, it becomes a offense you use to control clock. Send him, and because he got that right there, it allows me to take the check that wheel route to the running back, because that RPO pulls that zone all the way to the sideline, so I can take that. You know what I'm saying? All the routes I got on the field are viable. Boom. Hit Gronk again. I could have went to the RPO. Like I keep telling y'all, there's nothing you can't like run and move the ball in this offense. Like I said, the crosser takes the longest to develop, so you don't see me like waiting on it a lot, but boom, there you go. I hit the crosser. Now, if you have a mobile quarterback, then you can utilize this another form play, the RPO sweep peek.
So here's a new YouTube channel that I discovered this past week. It's YaDADDYaddy, and anytime you get someone that really spends the time and effort to create good quality video type quality, you always kind of appreciate it. And also, he's extremely articulate and clear, and someone that you can instantly relate to. This is a video about his offensive scheme that he uses down in the red zone out of the New England playbook, and this is something I've done before in previous Maddens as far as having an offensive scheme, so I can attest to you that this is a formation that's very effective down in the red zone, because there's a lot of great plays broken down there. Now, I do want to make one criticism about YaDADDY's channel, or at least this video breakdown. I think that he really kind of rushed through this particular breakdown. If I was to give him any kind of constructive criticism, I would say slow down a little bit more. emphasize your reads a little bit better, and if you could put icons or video like spots in the recording so people can see exactly what you're looking at in your reads. So that probably would help a little bit. But this guy's an up-and-coming YouTuber. I can see him blowing up over 10,000 subs fairly soon.
Today I'm going to show you guys my favorite red zone passing scheme that I use in my online games. Now this is a great offense that can thread the needle against tight windows. Now I'm in the Patriots playbook, and the formation you want to go to is gun, doubles, flex, pats. And the audibles you want to have is Z-spot, halfback counter, Patriots corner, and Patriots spot. Now we're going to start off against a cover 2 defense, and I like to select the halfback sweep as my main play, and I can audible to whatever play I want. So starting off cover 2, I like to view it as a high-low type read. So I'm gonna hop into Z-spot, and if they're playing underneath, I'm gonna go to that corner route. If they're playing over the top, I'm gonna go underneath to the flats to my running back. This is a great high-low read that's very safe and allows you to get close to the goal line or just hit the back of the end zone. You can also go to Patriots corner, and you'll have the same type of read, except this time Amendola, instead of motioning in and sitting in a zone like a normal Z-spot, he's actually gonna run the corner. So Patriots corner is a good change of pace, and they're not really gonna expect that out of a motion. Both of those plays will work against cover 2, and they're very effective. Now against cover 3, you wanna go to the play Patriots spot, and you want to attack the back of the end zone and kind of have like a streak type route. So Marvin Jones is on the default type route. What you want to do is you want to bullet pass, aim it to the inside, and you will hit him in the back of the end zone. Now triangle is great just because it clears out the zones and it's a safe option. So the only way they're going to guard this if they're playing cover 3 is if they're using it. Now also, you can go underneath the flats. You can go to your tight end in a Z spot. You can go to the running back in a Z spot. You can run Patriots corner and go underneath to that quick little in route. You can kind of go underneath against cover 3 unless they're playing hard flats, so you can set yourself up for a goal line play at the 1 yard line. But yeah, that triangle route's gonna be money. Feel free to dump it off to the running back as well and just run into the end zone. Now we're going against a man blitz. Now man blitz, it's very easy. Really, you have so many plays in this playbook that you can just go crossing routes, corner routes. So to start off with Patriots corner, you can go right underneath the triangle. He'll be wide open. He does like an in and out type route or an out and in type route, which is really good against man coverage. You can also go underneath to the running back if he's fast enough and has separation. You can go to the corner. Let's say you want to do Z spot. You can go to the corner route to Marvin Jones. That's a good man beater. You can go to the tight end on that kind of stick in nod route. So you can kind of pump fake it and then thread the needle to him. Or you can play it safe, select Patriots spot, and go to the running back. So you can mix and match. All of these plays are really good, and basically you can feel free to cancel the motion and put him on a slant for like Z spot or all these plays, and then Amendola will run a slant instead, which will help you beat man coverage. Now against cover 2 man, Patriots corner is what I usually like to run. The Patriots corner is really good just because you have that underneath in route to triangle, and you have the back post to Kenny Galladay, which is circle. So that circle post, unless they're playing inside leverage, is really good against man coverage, and you can just thread the needle to him. You can also cancel the play action with Amendola, or you can also cancel the motion with Amendola to create more space for triangle. You can go to him. You can even go to Amendola. Let's say you're running Z spot, low pass it to him. He's running a little hitch in the middle of the field, low pass it to him. You can hit triangle over the middle in Patriots corner, or you can even hit a corner route in Z spot. Yes, they're playing 2 deep blues, so the corner isn't going to be as open, but you guys can kind of mix and match. You can go to Hawkinson in the back of the end zone on that stick and nod. So yeah, against man coverage in this red zone area, it's really easy. Now we're going to show you the run play. So Patriots sweep is really good because it allows you to go to the outside. If they're stacking the box, if you hit acceleration, you can kind of go to the outside, read, and if you need to, you can cut up the middle, or you can just take it to the outside. So you can really use your speed, and if you have great blocking, everything is going to be held in the middle, and you're not going to get shot out of the backfield. So if you use your speed, you can be patient and then wait till you get to the edge and just take off. So let's say they're running a man blitz. Once you get past your right tackle, you're in the clear. So you really want to hit the acceleration button early, because if you stay too long in the backfield, you might get tripped up. But yeah, this is a really easy run play to just set up blocks and angle yourself to the edge and go towards the pylon. Now, if they're running man blitzes, a really good run play, this is the second run play, is halfback counter. If they're playing everyone underneath, which people like to do in the red zone, halfback counter is super good. It's a change of pace. They're not going to expect it, because typically if the running back's to your left, they're expecting an inside zone to the right. So if you run the counter and you get that left tackle to block you and it gets picked up, you can either have a huge hole in the middle of the field, or you can get it to the outside and kind of carry yourself to the left pylon. So they're both really good options. Halfback counter is a really good change of pace. Combine it with the sweep, combine it with the Z spots, Patriots corner, Patriots spot, and you'll have a really good, efficient passing scheme in the red zone where it's hard to throw, everything's tight windows. But if you break it down into zones, because you don't want to hold the ball too long, you don't want to sit in the pocket and just like have to roll to your right and flush out and get sacked. So you want to have a quick, efficient reads, and this scheme will do that in tight space. So
and this last channel, that is another channel I just kind of stumbled upon, is WinMadden. Smaller channel, fairly brand new, but just like YaDADDYaddy, very articulate, good quality as far as the video quality. He has a camcorder and stuff like that. But another thing I want to point out is that this guy's very ethical in the sense that he pulled this video from Gut Fox. But he produced it and then gave Gut Fox basically a cred for where he got this from. So a lot of times when people try to start their own YouTube videos, some of them just unethically try to say, hey, this is something I discovered when they found it from somebody else. So I've got to give props to WinMadden for basically, you know, giving credit where credit's due. But this is another defensive tip. This is basically a max coverage glitch blitz that he's sharing it to his community. This is another channel that basically you could see blowing up to 10,000 subscribers within the next year, just because of the quality of the video and because he's a very effective communicator. So wanted to go ahead and give a shout out to WinMadden too. So
just want to make that clear. Now let's get into the actual play itself. You can choose any play you want at a nickel 3-3-5 odd. So that's the good news. I will prefer that we choose some play with only 4 rushing defensive linemen for the purpose of this video, but I'm going to go with cover 2 man. And then on offense, we will go with one of the most popular formations in the game. Again, we'll go into gun bunch, and then I'm going to start off by just picking a play that stock has 5 people going out on a route. So we'll go with Z spot and go. Now, I'm just going to set up the play here real quickly. The first thing that we're going to do is, here's the defense, just stock, right? And the first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to spread our defensive line. So left on the D-pad and up on the left stick. And then we are going to spread our linebackers right on the D-pad and up on the left stick. And then we're going to QB contain. So this is either RB on Xbox or R1 on PlayStation. And we are set up. The blitz is set up. Now you can use whomever you want that's not anybody on the defensive line or a Denebo who's blitzing out the left side here. And I'm just going to put this guy in a spy while I switch controllers to offense. And again, we're sending out 5 people, but you're going to see what happens when I snap the ball, right? A Denebo is going to come screaming off the edge, and because he has low agility, he just kind of does a really rounded corner instead of cutting in, which allows him to get all the way around the left tackle. So let's go into instant replay here and just take a look at it. And you're going to see that as soon as we snap the ball, he just takes a really nice wide turn angle around the left tackle and gets an easy sack on Kirk Cousins. So this is great and everything, but we can make this actually much, much better. And then at the end of the video, I'm also going to show you guys how to block this as well. But this is where it gets just stupid good. I mean, this is actually a really problem because this blitz is so good. But here's what we're going to do. We're going to spread our defensive line again. We're going to spread our linebackers again. And we're going to QB contain again. But here's the thing. We can do whatever we want with the defensive line. So just like the last blitz that I broke down a couple days ago where we could just rush one person, we can technically do the same thing again here. So I'm going to put the left of screen defensive end into a curl flat. I'm going to put the right of screen defensive end into a curl flat. I'm going to bring down Harrison Smith just for the heck of it, and then I'll user one of these two. But we're going to keep 2 people rushing, so our D tackle is rushing and a Denebo is coming off the left edge. I'll just show you what happens. Look at that. We had 2 people rushing and our user was still available in the middle of the field to be able to actually use or defend things still. So let's just take a look at instant replay, and you're going to see a couple things here, right? First of all, the heat comes screaming off the edge, but you should notice that this defensive lineman is dropping into a curl flat. Let me scroll over here. This defensive lineman is dropping into a curl flat. We do have our D tackle actually rushing the passer, but we literally have 2 people rushing and a Denebo comes screaming off the edge again for an easy sack. Now this is a problem, right? Like this is one of those game-breaking defenses again, and it's a really easy blitz to set up. This is
So that's it for this week. If you do have your own YouTube channel and you want to be featured in one of these weekly breakdowns, please let me know. Small, big, it doesn't matter. Just go ahead and send me the video that you'd like to have submitted. That'd be great. Anything we could do to go ahead and just help the community, help people be better at Madden. Once again, guys, thank you for your support. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe button, also that notification icon so you can get these weekly breakdowns. Thanks a lot. Until next time.